checking, see if you have audio.
Yeah, baby. Keep my phone plugged in for all this jazz.
So note taker is that's just the
Well, what I do is I paid for Fathom, so it does an automatic note taker, and then I post that in the academy. So if people don't want to watch the video, they can just look at the summary in the note.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It is nice. It's this nice little addition because it just makes it easier and it summarizes everything that we went over in the presentation. Get myself set up here. I need to get like a stand for my iPad.
Yeah, I have one on order, but I want you to make sure it's the right one to get. I had looked at a couple. There's one that looks like has a clamp. There's another one that's a floor stand. So I don't know which one you want. So we'll order that.
Oh, Nicholas is here. Master Nicholas. Bonjour, monsieur. Bonjour, monsieur. Hello, me, Nicolas.
I only speak in Russian, sorry.
Oh, you like vodka?
Good evening, Nicholas.
Good evening. How's it going?
Really good. Just getting into the new year pace, trying to stay consistent.
Yeah, how's the gym been going for you guys?
Yeah, I'm in there a couple days a week, and then I do my own thing too, every day, a little bit. Staying strong.
Yeah, I wish I could say the same thing about my dad.
He doesn't work out.
No. I don't think I've seen him stretch since I was born.
Oh,
since you were born.
Hey, I think that's fairly common. I don't know.
A lot of older men don't give a zero fucks. Like, why does my health suck? You don't fucking pay attention to it. It's like, bro. It's fucking wild. No, I really appreciate having a dad who's spiritually conscious and takes care of himself. It's like winning the fucking lottery, dude. It's like, because then I don't have to worry about my dad as much as a lot of other people do with their dads. Because he actually takes care of himself and he works out with me and like he's into all this stuff. When I talk about spirituality, my dad doesn't think I'm batshit. Like, why aren't you just reading the Bible, son? Just read the fucking Bible. I'm like, we're all gonna be all right. If we vote and pray, everything's gonna be fine. Just follow orders. Just follow orders. Everything's gonna be fine. Why are we so broke? Why can't we afford food? What the fuck?
We should have filmed that.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like I'm actually this year like using more comedy, looking to trigger the fuck out of people, like with compassion. Like motherfuckers need to wake up.
You gotta have that George Carlin moment,
right?
Definitely.
Start talking gang of shit to all these mother truckers. Trying some new lighting things out. Oh, I got Emily up in the building.
Now, am I a co-host yet?
No, I made you do that. You're right. So, Nicholas, you got to leave or something? You can't stay the whole time?
Yeah, I gotta do some stuff in the kitchen too.
All right.
Well, keep your ears on. You can. Not whatever you gotta do.
What's up, Emily? Bonjour, Emily. Welcome, welcome.
Oh, I thought I was connected. It's I was like waving and hi and oh, okay. Yeah, I got more salt lamps.
Oh, sweet. I love it. Salt lamps are always fun.
I'll mute myself because my distiller is kind of loud.
No worries. We're going to start here in a few minutes. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure, Emily. Thank you for the support. I love you. Right. Pops, you got some noise. I'm muting you. You've been muted, Father. Hello, Shannon. How are you today?
I'm well. How are you? Hi, Green Beans.
What up, Creed?
How are you?
Good. How about you?
Doing well. I'm alive. I'm well.
Can I start calling Nicholas Green Beans?
You can.
Yes, you can.
That's a cute nickname. All right.
It's from when she was volunteering. There was this one stupid song, Green Beans or whatever. It was funny. So she just started calling me that.
I'm the only one that does.
Just moving some things around. Hopefully we have a good turnout today. I had 90 people interested in this call. Nicholas, you contacted every one of those people? I had 2 people reach out. Do you know this guy? I'm like, yes, he's my assistant. They're like, who the fuck's this guy? What's going on here?
Yeah, of course I sent the initial message and then I didn't realize I didn't put the freaking date on it. I was like, oh, that's smart, because a couple people were asking me, oh, did I just miss it? I'm like, oh no, you didn't. So then I made a new message and I sent it to every single person again. So, or I sent them the date at that point. But yeah, next time there's no way I'm missing that.
All right, Zoom user. I expect some random people. Well, hopefully. Welcome, Zoom user. Great to have you here. It's a great name, Zoom user. It's like your drug is Zoom, so you're the Zoom user.
Thanks.
Oh, thank you for letting me know it's time for the call. My Fathom note taker is in the room. Boom. Tracy, it's you.
It is me.
Welcome. Did you like that video I sent you? I was channeling you when I made that video I sent.
You are hilarious.
Welcome, everybody. We're going to have a good old time.
You're a mess.
I've realized like the best way to like talk about this stuff is to just have more fun, because I'm talking about I'm talking about psychic attacks and shit. I gotta make the stuff fun. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
we're gonna have some fun today. Welcome, GF. Welcome to the building. Letting folks in here. Welcome, Alex Ann. It's going down tonight, y'all. We're gonna have a finger licking good time, y'all. It's gonna be quite delicious. Oh yeah, baby. Welcome. So we're gonna hang out for a couple minutes here, you guys. And as always, I got to promo some of my stuff that I got going on next month. Super powerful subject. As I always say, I'm a great coach, but I'm a legendary book salesman. Next month, our topic is Chinese face reading. So like, I'm gonna do my best to promote the shit out of this one, because people really seem to be interested in this. You can learn how to diagnose yourself through face reading. I have a really cool presentation. It's one of my favorites. I know I say that about all my presentations, but we'll be doing that next month. And next month, our topic is energetic healing. Wait, let me look it up. What's the exact name? Next month is the anatomy of healing. The anatomy of healing is next month. So we got some more good stuff coming up. Every month we got some new flavors for y'all. It's like coming to Baskin Robbins, but a lot healthier, less sugar, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to keep it funky and fresh for you guys. So we're going to hang out for a couple more minutes. I should probably turn the sound off on my phone. You know when you're like in a group chat and your phone just like bing, 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 bing. It's just like, okay, calm down, everybody. But like I said, we're going to chill out for a few minutes. And I've done this presentation many times, but like this topic, and like I actually started like my goal, because I do the same topics every year. Like I started reading this new book, and it is really, you want to go like deep into this subject. This book is gold. I'm only like halfway through this one. And I'm gonna talk about it more once we get going, but this book goes super deep. Like it even talks about face reading. You can actually see certain marks on people's faces to tell if they have like a psychic entity or something in their field. It's pretty wild. And like, yeah. As I always say, great coach, legendary book salesman. What's up, Alicia? Welcome. Woot woot. Welcome to the party.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Oh yeah. So we'll chill for another minute, and I'm gonna go live on Facebook, live on TikTok. Then we're just gonna have a dance party. That's what we'll do. But this is a super deep subject. If you got a notepad ready, highly recommend taking notes. Sometimes people do screenshots when we're doing these videos too. So I'll be dropping wisdom bombs on y'all. Wisdom bombs all day. Wisdom bombs all day. Like I said,
You should be able to turn
and really grateful for everybody tuning in. It makes it more fun. It's more of a party when we got everybody up in the building. All right, got some more folks getting in here. We'll stall for another minute or two. And while we're waiting, next week's stuff, we're going to be going into how to cultivate psychic energy. Okay, this whole month is psychic ability, so I'm going to teach you guys how to actually cultivate psychic energy. Anybody who knows my mentor, Darren, he actually bought me this book for Christmas years ago. What's funny is that he bought this for me for Christmas, and he had no idea that my topic for the Academy the next month was psychic abilities. I was like, Darren, you're reading my fucking mind, bro. And he gives me this book, and I'm like, I literally like changed my whole presentation, because my presentation was going to be about this book. And then he gives me this book. I'm like, damn it, Darren, now I got more books to read. And then, like, my brain started oozing out of my head because I was reading too many books. Has anybody ever done that, where you're reading so many books that your brains are oozing out of your head? What's up, Jenna? You're just reading all these books, and then like you're like getting too smart, and it's like scaring people. I'm just joking. But all kinds of books. Like I'm literally surrounded by books. If there's an earthquake, I'm gonna die by books falling on me. It's probably a good way to die if you think about it. Like, you know, like just this earthquake, avalanche of books. All right, I think we stalled enough. Who's ready to have some fun? Raise your hand. Raise both hands. Whoop whoop. All right, well, I'm gonna hit record. Then we'll do the raise the roof. All right, we're going live on Facebook, going live on TikTok. We'll see how many people want to tune in for the fun. Jennifer's getting up in here. All right, you guys, welcome one, welcome all. This is the Alchemy Healing Academy. Oh yeah, teaching y'all how to be wizards and do all kinds of dope stuff. Today's topic is psychic self-defense. So, as I always say, I'm a great coach, legendary book salesman. This presentation is primarily about this book by Dion Fortune. Okay, I'm just welcome, Jennifer. I'm muting you. We're just getting people up in here. Woot woot. And then there's going to be a little information at the end going over this book, Practical Psychic Self-Defense. So, going over these books, always going to give credit where credit's due. This is just my interpretation of this information. So if you're tuning in live on TikTok or on Facebook, we're doing deep wisdom, how to defend thyself. You guys, if you were a billionaire, right, it wouldn't matter. You have to actually know this wisdom. Money won't save you. You have to actually understand psychic self-defense. So this will be about an hour-long presentation, and we're going to do a little meditation at the end. And just make sure you mute yourself. I'm muting everybody. Bing, bing, bing. So let me just kind of break this down before we get started. The Alchemy Healing Academy is a sacred online school and community devoted to the awakening and soul embodiment of humanity. Our guiding truth is simple. Know thyself, heal thyself. You can't heal thyself if you don't know thyself. You'll know thyself and heal thyself. Inside our virtual temple, you'll find a rich library of transformational tools, practices, and teachings, all designed to support your healing journey with the guidance, support, and accountability you need to awaken your highest potential. Join the movement at alchemyhealingacademy.com or reach out to me directly to connect with the tribe and step into your role as a force for global transformation. We host a free community call every single Thursday, and the third Thursday of the month is our big call. This week is psychic self-defense. Next month is Chinese face reading. We're going to promote the hell out of that because you guys can read my face. You can tell me what's going on in my body. You can actually pre-diagnose dis-ease before doctors can even see it. You can actually see it in the face. Can't wait to share that next month. So also, please invite a friend. And I'm going to drop let me see here, my link for school. Actually, Nicholas, can you do me a favor and grab the school link and post it? Unless I can find it real quick. So we have a free school community, and you can actually tune into the school community and get access to some really cool content and some documents that we have for you guys. But let's get into this presentation. Moving a few things around on my screen. All right, bing, bing, bing. All right, let's get it rocking and rolling, you guys. Welcome, Curtis, by the way. Great to have you, my friend. All right, so let's get into this. Can you guys see my screen? Yes? You can see it? Cool. All right, let's rock and roll. All right. Okay, just so you guys know, I can't see you, but I can see the chat box. So if you want to share something, drop it into the chat box. All right. So, presentation for tonight: psychic self-defense, spiritual defense, and cultivating psychic abilities. The whole month we're doing psychic abilities today, psychic self-defense. Shout out to Curtis Weens for supporting me with all the beautiful background art, the animations. He does a fantastic job. If you need some support, definitely hit him up. And if you're tuning in on live on TikTok or Facebook, you can always hit me up and get access to joining these Zoom calls. We do them every single Thursday. So let's get into this. This is a deep subject. I'm gonna do my best to make this fun because it is a little bit dark, but light does not exist without darkness. Stars do not shine without darkness. So we're gonna shed light into the darkness and reveal the light within us. So as I mentioned a moment ago, this book, Dion Fortune, this comes from her, Psychic Self-Defense, bing, bing, bing. I like to say this is not an easy book to read. No, not an easy book. It was like really deep. I'm a pretty good reader, not easy to read. But here's our starting quote. We need to realize that the human consciousness is not a closed vessel. It is not a closed vessel, but like the body has continual intake and output. The cosmic forces are circulating through it all the time, like seawater through a living sponge. Whatever emotional state arises within us is reinforced from the outside. So the key thing to look at this is like your body's like a sponge. So you need to make sure you have specific psychic practices to protect yourself. And also, this is why this is so important to me, that you can protect the people that you love. Like I said, the world is going into a very, let's just call it strange place. There's lots of chaos, and it's actually not a bad thing, because next week we're going to go into how to develop psychic energy, and it's actually the best time to develop psychic energy. And for those of you like, what's psychic energy? This wasn't written in the Bible. I mean, like, you guys, psyche means soul in Greek. So you are cultivating psychic energy, soul energy. When you cultivate soul energy, you can heal yourself, okay? Years ago, I'll get into my story in a minute, but like this symbol, right? Okay, this symbol, the Philosopher's Stone, oversimplified, means you are bringing your soul into your body. Pharmaceutical drugs can't do that. Your therapist can't do that. Your doctor can't do that. They can help. A coach like me, it might be able to help, but it's about you doing that work and cultivating that soul energy within yourself. This can save you thousands of dollars and literally save your life, you guys, because as you will find out, when you have psychic attacks, it will cause health problems, which is what happened to me. So let's get into this. Now, who am I? And who am I to speak about this topic, okay? So years ago, I dealt with psychic attacks, and it created a lot of challenges in my life, you guys, like serious mental, physical, and emotional health problems. Like I had this back pain. I went to doctors, therapists, chiropractors, osteopaths. Like I literally had mental health problems because my body wouldn't heal. I have a degree in kinesiology. I understand the body very well, and nothing worked, and it literally drove me crazy. Like I was on the verge of suicide. Like, why am I not healing? Why can't these doctors heal me? And it's not a doctor's responsibility to heal you. They're there to aid you and support you. But I got to this space where, like I said, they couldn't help me, and I had to go to energy healers. Okay, some of you guys know my mentor, Darren, who actually certified me in quantum healing. I now co-host retreats with him as well. And these studies literally led to me being able to learn how to heal myself. Like I had to go study all these books, and I got support as well. By the way, I do quantum healing sessions. I can test your energy body and let you know if you have some weird energy in your field. I'm offering one session. If you private message me, I'm offering one session. I'm very busy right now. Private message me. The first person to do that will get half off on one session for quantum healing and shadow work coaching. One session, that's it. So jump on that. Now, as I mentioned, I really suffered mentally and emotionally, but now, like you guys, it was like the darkest night of the soul. Like I barely made it out. But now I am grateful for the challenges I face because I can support others with what I learned, and I'm also still learning. As I mentioned, I'm studying this new book on this powerful subject. And each year I do this subject to start out January, and I keep learning more. Like this book is freaking amazing, you guys. Practical Psychic Self-Defense Handbook. Couldn't recommend it enough. I'm only halfway through it. But so like I literally went through psychic attacks and I made it on the other end, and now I'm sharing this to you guys because I don't want anybody to go through what I went through. I don't want people to suffer. The reason why I built a healing academy, because there's a lot of wisdom not taught in schools. There's a lot of stuff that Western medicine doctors are not learning. And as I mentioned, I got my degree in kinesiology and nutrition. So I blend Eastern and Western healing principles, and that's why I created this academy. I mean, I was talking to one of my clients the other day, and she's like, well, I was trying to see a therapist, but it's a 3-month wait for this like really good therapist. I'm like, wow, like what happens when you have to wait 3 months for a therapist? That's ridiculous, right? Especially a good one. Okay, and I want to make sure I'm not hating on all therapists. There's great therapists, there's great doctors, but the best ones are hard to get to. So my whole goal at this academy is to empower a tribe of global healers. So let's start getting into this subject. Oh, but before I do that, these other 3 books here, we got Awakened Empath. This is the other book that I've actually got some information from too. There's some great tools and whatnot there. Like I said, I'm a great coach, legendary book salesman, selling y'all lots of books. But now let's dive in. Key thing, you guys, you taking notes? Write this down. We live in the midst of invisible forces. Your ego may not like to hear that, but boy, if you went through what I went through, you'd understand that we live in the midst of invisible forces. Your body is like a sponge. It's a semi-permeable membrane. There's energy. When you walk into a room, you feel weird energy. Put a 1 in the chat box. If you ever put a 1 in the chat box. If you ever walked in a room and you're like, I need to get out of this room now because the energy felt off. I think everybody should put a 1, right? You walk in, you're like, okay, what time is it? Fuck this shit o'clock. I need to get out of here, right? Because that shit feels off, okay? So that's the key thing here. You guys already have some degree of psychic abilities, but we're going to teach you how to develop and cultivate those skills and protect yourself. Now, anybody ever heard of Shri Aurobindo? Put a 2 in the chat box. Shri Aurobindo. Have you ever heard of this guy? So he actually was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize way back in the day, and he dropped some serious wisdom. And this quote actually comes from topic for last month, Watiko. Now he said, the hostile forces are powers of darkness. Okay, guys, we're talking about a dark subject, but we need to talk about darkness or we deliver ourselves to darkness. Okay, the hostile forces are powers of darkness who are in revolt against the light and truth and want to keep this world under their rule with darkness and ignorance. Whenever anyone wants to reach the truth, to realize the divine, they stand in the way as much as possible. So they always try to destroy the work as a whole to spoil the sadhana, spiritual practice, and each sadak, practitioner. And you guys, that's what I went through. I was psychically attacked. It sucked. I'm so glad I went through that because I am legitimate when it comes to teaching this stuff because I went through that space. I'm very experienced with this stuff. And I'm still learning, you guys. We're all still learning, right? So a little bit more with Shri Aurobindo and hostile forces. Hostile forces who oppose divine intention and the evolutionary purpose of the human being. They wish to make ignorance reign in our world. And you guys, they're doing a really good job. Look at all the ignorance. Put a 3 in the chat box if you're seeing all this ignorance. Oh my God, like there is so people like, oh, look at the truth. I'm gonna look over here. I'm gonna eat a cheeseburger. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. I got 3, right? Like I'm gonna do anything but face myself, right? And just to be clear, guys, I even published my own best-selling book, perfect 5-star rating. If you want to support me, it's only $20 online. A little plug for me. If you want to support my work. Amazing book called Shadow Awakening. Published it 3 years ago. There's a free audiobook available on Spotify. We'll talk about that more later too. But ignorance is raining down in our world because people, you guys, the only way out of this ignorance is educating ourselves. And that's why we have this community, okay? Now, the more unconscious you are, slow down here, okay? This is important. The more unconscious you are, the more susceptible you are to attacks. You become like an unconscious programmed robot enslaved by Watiko, okay? And you guys, years ago, I was abusing drugs. I was abusing alcohol. I was completely unconscious, and I dealt with psychic attacks. You guys, you understand how much courage it takes me to get live on social media and go on Zoom and talk about dealing with psychic attacks? Like, I remember years ago, I was terrified of doing exactly what I'm doing now. But I'm at a point where I've dealt with so many psychic attacks, I don't give a fuck. And I'm going to teach as many people as I can to protect the people that I love. Straight up, you guys. And I hope to inspire some of you to understand how important your message is and bringing it to the world. Now, what happens is, you guys, and this happened to me, these hostile forces create brain fog. They create brain fog within the mind to keep you unconscious. Okay, I actually talk about this in my own book. And essentially, Watiko is a psycho-spiritual mind virus of the ego. It's when you worship yourself and you feel separate from the world. Anybody who's feeling anxious or feeling anxiety, you probably feel separate. You're not operating from a quantum mindset. That's going to be our topic coming up in April, I believe, quantum consciousness. So in this academy, we're constantly teaching you, as I always say, the same thing over and over again in different ways so you can integrate this information and awaken to the quantum nature that is, we're actually bathing in it right now. It's like we're all fish swimming in water and we don't know what water is, but it's consciousness. And that's what we're doing, is we're awakening that consciousness for everybody. What these energies do, we're going to get deep into this, and like some of these other books talk about this too. Like on a side note, you guys, years ago, I thought I was going completely insane. And then I started studying mysticism. I started studying Buddhism. I started studying Taoist philosophy. And I was like, there's nothing wrong with me. I think like a Buddhist monk. And when I started studying mysticism, someone let Marianne Pops or Nicholas. And so I started studying all this wisdom. And I was like, I'm not insane. I live in a batshit insane world. And I think like a monk. And there's nothing wrong with me. And so I started meditating more. But what they do, these entities, these energies, right? And I do quantum testing. I help people clear entities from their field. Let me say it again. I learned from my mentor in a year-long program. I help people. When I say I help, I work with the quantum field. I don't actually do it. If I say I do it, that's my ego. I work with the quantum field. And they feed off of and into fear. Fear vibration resonates with their frequency. When you operate from fear, you guys, you are food for lower dimensional entities. I need more people to tune in on these lives and more people to tune in on these calls so that we can protect ourselves. Now, if you watch TV, I call the news fear porn. My father actually used to work for CNN and Fox News, so I know what it's like to be behind the scenes and see how things are made in Hollywood, the Holywood, right? So they feed on fear. So the people that rule the world, they want us all in fear, on drugs, watching TV, and disconnected from our soul. Remember, the word psyche means soul in Greek. So if we want to wake up the world, we have to reconnect to our soul. And that's why shadow work is so important. That's why I'm so keen in showing lots of courage from all the stuff that I went through, you guys, to get on this call, go live on social media, because I'm so confident and I have this conviction that the more people we teach this wisdom to, we can awaken the world. And it comes down to our soul. Psyche means soul. Psychology is the study of the soul. Now, let's keep going. Are you guys having fun yet? Give me a thumbs up if you're having fun. I can't even see you guys. Throw a 5 in the chat box. Are you having fun yet? Are you not entertained? Are you not having fun? I'm here to entertain you and speak about crazy wisdom. Yes, excellent. So you see these two pictures here? You see the frequency of love? Your auric field is strong. It is robust. When I do energy clearing sessions, like I said, I'm offering 1 quantum healing session for half off. First person who messages me, like nice pops, throw the 5 in there, right? I will help you clean your energetic field and awaken your chakras, okay? Or align your chakras. If you're operating from fear, look at that contracted energy field. Do you guys see that? When people operate from fear, your energy field is weak and you are food. You are food for lower dimensional entities when you operate from fear. I'm not saying fear is bad. When I walk around in like a dark alley, like I might feel some fear. There might be some weird energy there too. But when you feel anxiety or fear, it's probably a message to move, to change your energy, to shift. This is extremely important. Like if you feel fear, that's not bad. If you remain in a state of fear, you become food for lower dimensional entities. And that's not just my opinion. I got multiple books here that go really deep into that. So you want to move from fear and operate at a higher frequency of love. We're going to have some charts that show that off later, okay? I don't just speak all this wisdom and blowing hot air out my mouth. We actually back it up with real wisdom. So what is psychic self-defense? What is protecting yourself, okay? It is part of the foundation of our mental and emotional health. You guys, some people have mental and emotional health problems, and there's nothing Western medicine can do because they're not talking about entities feeding on your chakras. Like, you guys, like I know this sounds out there for people who've never studied this stuff, but I had to study this or I wouldn't be alive. You guys, I had to study that. I would not be here. I wouldn't be alive. This shit was literally killing me. And so, like, just like boundaries, you guys, like, when you say like this stuff doesn't exist, well, that's just your ego, right? Well, like, look at this visible light spectrum. Do you see that little sliver? That's all that you see. You're just seeing this rainbow, which is beautiful, but that's all that you see. There is stuff floating around all around us that you cannot see. There's all these different gamma waves, radio waves, microwaves, television waves. There's energies moving all through the field. And when you say, well, I don't believe in this stuff, well, you're not seeing anything, right? Like, put your ego aside. You cannot see. Your vision of the spectrum is very, very small. And that's what I'm talking about. Your ability to protect yourself from unseen forces. Remember the quote, we live amongst, it's right on the front page of this book, you guys, that's what we're teaching from. We live in the midst of invisible forces. So put your ego aside and recognize the importance of protecting your family, protecting your friends. This is how we take our power back from this broken system. And I always say, I actually did some videos earlier, the best offense is great defense. Anybody ever won a football championship? You know, you could score all the touchdowns you want, but you got to have that defense, baby. What? And Emily says, this is what I tell people when they say, I'm crazy. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean that some of us can see and that doesn't exist, right? If you don't believe this stuff, that's fine. Go somewhere else and good luck. Oh my God, good luck. So what this means is learning how your mind and emotions work internally and externally, okay? As within, so without. It's the law of correspondence, okay? We go really deep into that when we get into alchemy. Now, it all comes down to energy. Let me say that again. It all comes down to energy and what's called the electromagnetic field, okay? What is the electromagnetic field, you guys? Within you, a lot of people are sick because they have imbalances in their electromagnetic field. Masculine or yang energy is electric. Feminine or yin energy is magnetic. If you are imbalanced in these, you will get sick. Like, sorry, like you will get sick. So that's what we're talking about. And your balances within your nervous system specifically, like the yin energy has to do with like the roots of a tree, right? And so you look at like your nervous system, it actually looks like the roots of a tree. So we have to have balance in harmony with these different energies. Yang energy ascending, yin energy descending. Most people need to descend into this feminine space and really do some deep inner work, also known as shadow work. You want to heal yourself, or you want to spend thousands of dollars on drugs and slowly die from all the side effects? I mean, guys, I'm not against all drugs. If I break my arm tomorrow, I wouldn't mind taking some drugs to numb the pain, but I get off them as soon as I could. But let's keep going. So the magnetic field of the heart, you guys, like your heart, what, you guys, hold on a second. What's the leading killer in America? Oh, it's heart disease, because everyone's in their freaking heads. Your yang energy is ascending, like I said, and no one's in their hearts, which is the descending feminine energy, right? Tap into that heart space, right? Because our thoughts and emotion affect the heart's magnetic field, which energetically affects those in our environment, whether or not we are conscious of this. The problem is when I'm teaching this stuff, people who are really attached to their ego and can't like look at these possibilities, they're disconnected from their heart. And this is why many people struggle with heart dis-ease, okay? And my father, sound mixer, you look at the word heart, the center of the word heart is ear, because you're supposed to listen to your heart. You're supposed to listen to the frequency in your heart. Let's go a little bit deeper into that. This is important stuff. You want to learn how to heal yourself, you have to understand how your heart works. If you take one piece of information away from this presentation, I'll say it again. The center of the word heart is ear, okay? You can try and argue all you want, but it's staring you in the face. So when you take I love my father said, actually I said this to a lady today and she cried because she was going through some stuff. You take both of your ears and you put them together and it's the shape of a heart, because we are supposed to listen to our hearts, not the news, not religion, not government, your heart. If you argue with me, why are you so disconnected from your heart, bro? That's my thing. I argue for your body, and your ego's like, I can't be in my body. And look at how fat and out of shape people are, because they're disconnected from their hearts. Look at how many people are struggling with heart disease, because they're not listening to their hearts, you guys. So we got a quote. The heart has the most powerful electromagnetic field within the human energy field. And there are more nerves going from the heart to the brain than going the other way. The latter is indicative of a sparkling truth that has been long forgotten. The brain is not the focus for intelligence within the body. The heart is. Throw me a 5 in the chat box if you agree with that. Boom. Throw me a 5. Do you feel that? Do you feel that? The hearts, you guys, that is the key. Do we want to change? Do we want to heal the planet? We got to get out of our heads. This book says that these entities, they attack your brain. So if you're in your head all the time, good luck. When like these weird thoughts, suicidal thoughts, anxiety, all that stuff, that's you in your head. That's you in your head. You guys, I'm giving you powerful wisdom here. This is not my opinion. They attack your brain, and the more you drop into your heart, like all these weird thoughts in your head, please come back to your heart, all right? Listen to your heart. I know I get really excited because I just love teaching this stuff. It's just like, oh my God, we're literally saving lives. We're not like going to the doctor and being drugged to death, right? We're actually learning how the human body works. So let's go a little bit deeper into how this electromagnetic field works. So this is not my opinion, you guys. I'm just interpreting this stuff and getting really excited and doing my best to entertain you while we go over it. So heart math coherence, okay? Super important here, you guys. An incoherent connection between our heart, our mind and heart makes us more susceptible to attacks. Let me say that again. If you're taking notes, please write this down. An incoherent connection between our mind and our heart makes us more susceptible to attacks. We're talking about psychic attacks, attacks on your soul. The most valuable thing. You guys, you can have $10 billion. Your soul is the most valuable thing that you have, okay? Billionaires don't want any more money. They have money. They're feeding on our souls, okay? We have to take our power back, right? This is so freaking important, okay? So when you have incoherence between your brain and your body, and a billionaire owns a pharmaceutical company, they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get them on more drugs. Yeah, oh my God, I'm gonna make more money. I'm feeding on their soul. They're feeding on our souls, you guys. Let me say it again. The only way to change the world, we must embody our soul. There's no amount of voting or praying that will work. I'm going to scream this at the top of a mountain. We have to reconnect to our souls, because you're not in your head. You're connected to your heart. We're going to get more people on these calls, and it is going really good. We're going to keep waking people up. This also relates to our nervous system function, our hormones, and our ability to remain calm under stress. Personal opinion, the future of health, healing, and medicine is going to come down to two things. Number one, our nervous system. Number two, our emotions. And those two things are very connected. Our nervous system and our emotions. If you really study Western science, and I got my degree in kinesiology, you guys, we barely understand our nervous system. We barely understand our nervous system. We're just beginning to comprehend this stuff. But that's the future. Most people are walking around with an inflamed nervous system. It's just like jacked up because they're overstimulated. Even myself, I got to put my phone down. That's why I meditate every day for 30 minutes to an hour to come back into my body, come back into my heart. Now, if our emotions are shut down, we cannot feel our intuition. This cuts us off from our heart, often leading to disharmony and disease. Let me say that again, you guys. If emotions are shut down, we cannot feel our intuition. This cuts us off from our heart, often leading to disharmony and disease. It's no joke, you guys. Like, do you want to learn how to heal yourself or spend the rest of your life on drugs with weird side effects? Slippery slope. And no offense, if you need to take some pharmaceuticals, like, I totally respect that, but get off them as soon as you can, please. I love you. I love you. And we got a few little notes here on the side. Like, did you know negative emotions can create nervous system chaos, but positive emotions do the opposite? Okay? Positive emotions can increase the brain's ability to make good decisions. You can boost your immune system by focusing on positive emotions. And later on, we're going to have some slides based on Dr. Joe Dispenza's work that show you the difference between low vibrational emotions and higher vibrational emotions, okay? This is not my opinion. This is proven science. Proven science, you guys. And like a lot of people thought, oh, science. Like I said, I got my degree in science, you guys. And that doesn't mean shit. It's my ability to teach it. This is my gift that I'm sharing with you guys. Throw a 3 in the chat box. Are you guys having fun? I want to check in. I need some love. You guys having fun? You guys having a good time? 3 in the chat box. Thank you. Thank you. I want to make sure you guys are having a good time. I can't see you guys, but I can see the chat box. All right. Let's keep going. Thank you for anybody tuning in. We're having fun. We're getting into teaching you how to heal yourself. My goal, you guys, I do these calls for free. Why do I do these calls for free? I'm so fucking sick of seeing people walking around like zombies and not knowing how their bodies work. Oh my God. So I'm doing these calls every Thursday. I'm going to keep doing this. We're going to unfuck the world. That's the plan. All right. What do I do for a living? I unfuck the world. All right. Your auric field. Your force field for protection. Let me say it again. Your force field for protection. Okay? What is the word aura? Okay, this is a personal opinion. The word aura, A-U, is the element of gold. Are you taking notes? That's a good one. And ra means light. Okay? So aura is literally means golden light. You guys, it means golden light. So your aura is like a golden force field protecting your energetic body. Many people are going to doctors and therapists. Like I said, I'm not against all doctors and therapists, but you're spending so much money. And if you just meditated and learned how your nervous system worked and strengthened your auric field, remember that picture we had earlier, fear versus love? If you strengthen your auric field, you wouldn't have to go to the doctor as much. The doctor's like, we can't figure out where this condition came from. Well, I know, because your auric field's weak and you're suppressing all your emotional pain and refuse to do shadow work. And it may not be you, but some people that you love. And that's why we're going to get more people on these calls. We're going to empower people. We're going to empower people to heal themselves because you want to activate that golden light. Now, your auric field connects you to your outer world via your chakras and intuition. Via your chakras and intuition, okay, you guys? And like when you take certain pharmaceutical drugs, this is not my opinion, but from clients who've actually told me, they said that when I take this drug, it numbs the emotions. And when you numb your emotions, some people, they're numbing the emotion they actually need to feel to heal themselves. They are numbing the emotion they actually need to feel to heal themselves, okay? And like I said, this is not a blanket statement, okay? But some people are actually doing that. Now, you literally feel it when you walk into a room. It's a measurable frequency, and the stronger your auric field, the greater your intuition. When your nervous system is attuned, let me say it again, when your nervous system is attuned, you will know when things don't feel right, and you'll be able to protect yourself. Years ago, I was smoking tons of weed, I was drinking alcohol, I had all this intuition, I was numbing because I thought I was weird. I thought there was something wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me, but I was numbing my abilities. And that's why when I do my coaching, I help people get sober. I teach them how to strengthen their auric field, help them clear their chakras. Like I said, I'm offering one coaching session for 50% off. Please reach out. The first person to private message me will get that. Now, this is also measured through Carillion photography. Give me a 6 in the chat box if you've ever done Carillion photography. Anybody ever done it? You can actually show you a video or a picture of your auric field. It's actually really cool. I've done it a few times at these spiritual events. I got a few people have done it. Yeah, you can actually see what your auric field looks like. So this is the funny. People are like, I don't believe in that stuff. But like, I don't believe in basketball. It's like people say, I don't believe in spirituality. Like, well, I don't believe in basketball. All right. Doesn't just because I don't believe in basketball doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So spirituality, chakras, it all does exist. As I mentioned, DM me for a chakra clearing session. I can test your chakras. I can help you clear your chakras. And I can tell you what emotions you are limiting, what emotions you are suppressing. I was trained by my mentor, did a year-long program, and it's changing a lot of people's lives. So, talking about this auric field, I want to show you guys some pictures here. For those that are just tuning in online, I got these beautiful pictures of a strong auric field and a very weak auric field. Now, if you see this one with all the darker colors, that person, their auric field, I'll share a simple story. Years ago, when I was in a very dark space, I went to this shamanic healer because like nothing worked. And I went to a shamanic healer and I was like asking them for help and they tested my energy body. And this is one of the lowest moments of my ego's life. I said, Odysseus, your auric field is like Swiss cheese. And I was like, crap. Because I had used so many drugs and drank so much alcohol that I numbed myself because I fucking hated myself and I didn't want to have power and I was scared of myself. But I numbed myself with all this drugs and alcohol and my auric field was weak and I was dealing with psychic attacks. That's the topic for the day, you guys. Like I said, it takes a lot of courage to get on here and talk about this, but I'm tired of seeing people suffer. We're not going to suffer anymore. We're taking our power back. And these pictures show you what happens when your auric field is weak. Your auric field is Swiss cheese and entities are feeding on you. People, like when you have a sexual relationship with somebody, you can be energetically corded to them. I've helped so many women remove cords from past relationships. That's some of the stuff that I do in my energy clearing sessions. Actually, 2 months ago, I helped this lady remove 6 cords. She's like, can you help me remove 6 cords from past relationships? And I literally told her, I've never done that, but I'll do my best. I literally watched the color in her face change after I helped her remove these cords. And I'd never done that before. Like, I've been coaching 20 years. I've been a healer 3 years. It still blows my mind that the stuff that happens in our sessions. But let's keep going. What weakens your auric field? What weakens your auric field? Okay, poor diet and lack of exercise. You guys, I got my degree in nutrition and kinesiology. I've been helping people heal their auric field even before I knew any of this stuff. If you had asked me about chakras 10 years ago, I'd be like, what are chakras, loser? That's not real. that was me 10 years ago, and then I had to go through my dark night of the soul. Lack of fresh air. What weakens your auric field? Poor diet, lack of exercise, and lack of fresh air. Also, lack of proper rest. This book goes really deep. When you're tired, you are very susceptible to psychic attacks when you do not get proper rest. Very important. Also, stress. If you look at the world today, like I said, these billionaires, they want us all sick. They want to keep feeding us drugs because they don't need money. They're feeding on our souls. Like, we need to get them. They're feeding on our souls. I'm up on a mountain. They're feeding on our souls. You don't have money. You have a soul, right? Let's tell everyone, because when you're in stress and fight or flight mode, you become easy prey for lower dimensional entities. Also, alcohol, tobacco, drug use. You guys, like I said, I'm totally sober, 100%. Little shout out. Can I get a round of applause? I've been sober from alcohol 3 years ago last week. 3 years ago, I've been sober. A little clap for me. Quit that alcohol. Don't need that in my life. Alcohol free, baby. Now, also just negative habits. Also not having a clean room. If your room's very dirty and cluttered, it just like attracts that darker energy. Improper psychic activity, improper soul activity. Ultimately, your disconnection from your soul makes you easily susceptible to the stuff. Let's keep it rocking. So types of psychic attacks. You guys, I love this presentation. This is like so deep. It's like these are like the thing I love about being a coach is I have real conversations with people. I talk about the darkness, talk about the pain, talk about people's shadows, like the sexual abuse, the physical abuse, the addictions, and I love helping people move through that stuff. Like I don't know, I love having these deep conversations. It's real. When I talk to people on a day-to-day basis, like it is just like so surface level. I want to throw up 10 times. Oh my God, we're talking about like this crap, this surface level stuff. Like we're playing in the kiddie pool. Like our bodies are like the ocean. You know what I'm saying? That was a little side note, but. But my phone's blowing up. I gotta punch people on TikTok. All right, so types of psychic attack. This is the juicy stuff, right? So number one, telepathic hypnotic suggestion. Telepathic hypnotic suggestion. This could be one or a group of people. Now, what does that mean? I actually looked it up. And what that means is communication spoken without words. Ideas delivered to influence thoughts, emotions, or behaviors. Someone who is actually suggestible. Now, what does that word suggestible mean? I remember I studied Aldous Huxley years ago, and he said about 20% of the population is extremely suggestible. That means they're easily hypnotized. I could say, like, the sky is purple. Like, the sky is purple? Wow, I saw it on the news. It must be true. Like, the sky is definitely purple because I saw it on CNN, and it has to be true because I saw it on the news because people are just suggestible. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. 60% of the population is kind of suggestible, and 20% not really suggestible. And that's based on Aldous Huxley, who wrote Brave New World. And so, where was I? Also, often working through subconscious influence. So, like, I've read other books on this. You can have a group of people who are literally understand psychic abilities, and they could be attacking you as a group. Okay, like working through the energetic field and attacking your energetic body, which is why it's so important to have a strong and robust auric field, golden light field, you guys, right? This stuff is so freaking important. Like I said, you could be a billionaire and your soul is being sucked on. Nice money collection, bro. Make sure that you protect yourself. Now, number two, okay, 3 factors. Number one, telepathic hypnotic suggestion. This could be one or a group of people attacking you. That's why we got to build these groups and strengthen ourselves. Now, number 2 is reinforcement of suggestion by invocation of certain invisible agencies. Now, that's kind of a mouthful. I'll read it again. Reinforcement of suggestion by invocation of certain invisible agencies. Now, what that means, I actually went and looked this up again. So there's like a physical point of contact. And like Nicholas or my pops, please let James in on the call. So there can be a physical point of contact, like a hair, clothing, jewelry, even like your signature. You guys know that the word signature is nature sign backwards? Like the word signature, when you sign your name, it's signature, but you flip the words, it's nature sign, because there's a lot of hidden wisdom that stares us in the face. So like energies can actually affect you, like a personal object. Okay, like someone could like if somebody, like people are into like weird shit and they're like, oh, hey, I got you this gift, and they seem weird, do not take the gift, because it could be charged with weird energy, and you bring it into your home and all this weird stuff starts happening. Not my opinion, written in multiple books, you guys, okay? It's like, here, I have this special gift for you, and then you take it home, and then all kinds of hell breaks loose, right? Okay, so invisible agencies. So the third factor in psychic attacks is the employment of a physical substance as a point of contact or a magnetic link, okay? A physical substance. So this could be like having to do with like an energy or like some type of, like I said, object in your house that could be connected to something, and there's a magnetic link to it. And a lot of this actually has to do with your beliefs. Your beliefs are extremely powerful. And welcome, James, to the presentation. Great to have you, my friend, master hypnotist here. Now, the force employed may be used as a direct current transmitted by mental concentration of the operator, or it may be reserved in a kind of psychic storage battery, which may either be an artificial elemental, or a talisman. Like I said, certain objects carry certain energies. So be careful if somebody brings you a gift, or you can actually charge up certain energies if you learn how psychic abilities actually work, the power of your mind. Like for me, I tell people, like, learn how to shift your energy from your outer world and tune it back into your inner world to activate your energetic body. Okay? What occurs in an attack is, in essence, a telepathy consisting in sympathetic induction of vibration. Sympathetic induction of vibration. And emotions are essentially a vibrational frequency. So the more you carry specific emotions, it can literally affect your energetic body. Right? And since Cindy says, in this way, I'm shot through time and past experiences when I interact with objects and places from my past, or entities responsible for this, or I'm just navigating quantum time. Yeah, I love that you mentioned that. So it's all connected through the energetic field, you guys, right? Let's keep going because I got to make sure we get through all this. I was like, what time is it? My phone's up there. We're making pretty good time. So just like we talked about emotions, we have these two books here, okay? I have them somewhere over here. We have Power versus Force over here on the right, okay? And we have Dr. Joe Dispenza's Becoming Supernatural. Now, if you look at these two charts, they're actually very similar. If you notice, like, grief is a lower vibrational emotion. If you have, like, guilt is a lower vibrational emotion. Now, you guys, there's nothing, like next month when we do Chinese face reading, this is one of my favorite quotes. There's no such thing as a bad or a good emotion, only stuck emotions. If you're taking notes, that's a good one. There's no such thing as a good or a bad emotion, only stuck emotions. So if you have an emotion, and like I said, next month is Chinese face reading. If you have a stuck emotion, right, that's going to be our topic next month, Chinese face reading, it will create a lower vibrational frequency. It will affect your energetic body. It will weaken your auric field. So if you're constantly vibrating in victimization, I'm a victim, you're like watching TV and there's all this stuff happening on TV, and then your brain starts to drop into, oh no, we're all victims. What are we going to do? Now you're susceptible to psychic attacks. Isn't this weird how the people who create our TV could be connected to all of this in some weird way, right? So all I'm saying to you guys is you want to shift the lower vibrational emotions, and you see how on this chart to the left, they're slow. It says slower frequency in greater density, and that's relates to quantum mechanics, particle versus a wave. So if you are very dense, your energy field is dense, that's where like, oh, Cancer, dense energy. It's like energy that's very dense. So if you're constantly operating from a victim or suffering, or you're carrying lots of shame, why would we be surprised that you got cancer or heart disease? Because you're operating from a dense, lower vibrational frequency. And this isn't bad or good, you guys. It's actually an amazing thing, because once you recognize that and you do your shadow work, like I said, I published my own book on this stuff, and you start to work on shifting your vibrational frequency, you get to become your own healer. You guys, you get to become your own healer. You learn how to shift and transmute your emotions. That's why we have the Alchemy Healing Academy, turning something into its opposite, called enotiotremia. We go deep into all this stuff each week, and you shift your lower vibrational frequency into a higher one, and now you're healing yourself. Freaking literally priceless, you guys. Western medicine's getting real expensive, and it's literally giving people lots of side effects. I had a client the other day. He's like, I'm taking 10 pills at once. Thank God I'm seeing you, Ody, to help me get off this stuff. My father said powerful words. Thanks, Pops. It's great. I tell you guys, it's so great to have a father who's like attuned with everything that I'm doing. Like, some people like their dad thinks they're nuts, so they're talking about this stuff. All right. Attack examples. Let's go over attack examples, okay? Really important to understand how the subconscious mind works. And if you're taking notes, the subconscious mind is all about images. You could have this image in your subconscious mind that you're not worthy of love. Can you imagine going out and trying to date and you have a subconscious image that you're not worthy of love? You will find people and ways to keep reliving that over and over again. And you're going to go nuts because you don't know how your subconscious mind works, because it's the images. Now, these images can program us and limit psychic self-defense, okay? That's why the image you hold is so important. Now, TV, radio, social media, all have images. And you guys, those images, like that last slide, they are vibrations, right? Because you see an image and it creates a vibration. We're all experiencing it slightly differently, right? So these affect our mind-body frequency. You guys, a corporation is a fictitious entity, okay? When I filed my first gym years ago, I had to file for a fictitious entity. It's an entity. This is I'm not making this up. A business, a corpus. Oh, a corpus, corporation. Corpse means dead. Whoa, that's weird, you guys, how that word slipped in there. Corpus, corporation. It's literally an entity, and entities feed off of energy, and they're feeding off of your energy. They're feeding off of your energy. And these entities can control you if you lack awareness, as you buy crap you do not need and often makes you sick. This could be food, or like the more energy you put into something, it's going to be feeding off you. So, other attack examples: psychopaths and energetic vampires. And if you're in my free school community, we have a document in there that teaches you how to identify psychopaths and energetic vampires. If you'd like access to that, please let me know. So, some people are highly psychic and completely unaware of it. Highly psychic and completely unaware of it. But in truth, we all have psychic abilities. That's why this month, all month long, we're teaching psychic abilities so that you can actually learn how to develop these skills and protect yourself. Now, the most dangerous people are suffering deeply internally and have no clue how to face it, so they project it onto others. And this is lack of shadow integration. What I mean by this is you could trigger somebody and they may be really psychically advanced and not even know it, and project psychic energy onto you. And if you have a weak auric field, you are now taking on their energy. Remember the quote earlier, your body is like a sponge. You are actually, energy is always moving through you. Okay, you guys, like your skin, like if like certain objects touch your skin, it's going to affect you because your body's like a sponge. So that's why if you have a strong auric field, you can protect yourself. That's why all these tools are so ridiculously important. Now, this can be people we love, friends, family, or even coworkers. This is why boundaries are crucial to mental and emotional health, you guys. There's literally a whole chapter in my book on boundaries because it's that important. The key thing is to learn to feel, right? If you take all these different drugs, you can't feel your emotions, so you don't know when things don't feel right, making you more susceptible to psychic attacks. This is why you need to learn to feel when things don't feel right, so you can boundary up and protect yourself. I had a client earlier today. I told them, imagine your auric field being stronger, because they felt like they were being attacked. I was like, just tune into your auric field. I have a lot of other tools that I help people with, okay? That's how we learn how to protect ourselves. Quick check-in while I get a quick sip. Give me a 4 if you're enjoying this call, this presentation. Just want to make sure you guys are paying attention. Drop a 4 in the chat box, because I can't see you guys on Zoom. But drop a 4 if you're tuning in and you're having fun. Quick sip of my drink. Thank you. Glad you guys are enjoying this. I love teaching this stuff. It does take, I have no idea how much work it took to build all this stuff, but I'm so pissed in a good way about what's going on in the world, and we ain't going to take our power back until we educate people. The only way out of the problems in the world is educating people. Knowledge is power, you guys. Knowledge. Know the ledge. Knowledge. Know the ledge. Put your toes on the edge and feel who you truly are. Ooh, I like that. Knowledge. Know the ledge. All right. How to protect yourself from attacks continued. The body is the vehicle of the mind. Let me say that again. The body is the vehicle of the mind. If the vehicle be faulty, the mind cannot express itself accurately. Its reactions will be distorted. That's why you have an incoherent energetic field. When your heart's distorted, you are susceptible to energetic attacks. As I mentioned earlier, your body, if you have a weak auric field, your auric field is like Swiss cheese because you abuse drugs or alcohol. No judgment. That was me like 5-10 years ago, you guys. I had a very weak auric field. You have a lack of coherence, making you very susceptible to sickness and psychic attacks. Now, the brain is the organ of sensory perception. It is the telephone exchange of the nervous system. Let me say that again, you guys. So important. It is the telephone exchange of the nervous system. This is why energetic cleanliness is crucial to our health. Energetic cleanliness is crucial to our health. Cleanliness is godliness, okay? Cleanliness is godliness, okay? You want to connect to God? Clean up your energetic field, okay? Now, this also relates to our subconscious mind, and as I mentioned earlier, how images, you guys, what image? When you go to sleep at night, what's the image you hold in your mind? Extremely powerful. How images and beliefs create our reality. You guys, the word reality, if you really look at the roots of it, the word reality, it actually comes from the word royalty, royal, because you guys, we forgot we're all actually kings and queens. We've been programmed to be slaves in this broken system. That's why everyone's getting sick. We forgot we are royalty, because the word reality, literally think about that. Royalty, reality. It's the same word. Real Madrid, Royal Madrid. We're all kings and queens who have amnesia, and we're praying, and we're, people above us, tell us what to do. No, command power. Command power. It's one of the things it says in this book. Don't beg for protection, command. Remember your power, everybody. God, protect me. I command protection. Don't say, God, protect me. Oh, I'm praying. No. Command protection. It's so much more powerful than being on your knees and begging, oh my God, someone help me. No. We're not slaves. That died 10 years ago. Come on now, you guys. Like literally, we're in the quantum field. We shifted back in 2012. That's a whole nother story. Now, our internal state creates our external reality. Remember, reality is royalty. So our internal state creates our external reality. If you maintain a healthy inner world, the external cannot penetrate your auric field. The external cannot penetrate your auric field. As within, so without. So when you have a strong auric field and you have your mind and your body and your heart connected, shit can't fuck with you. Sorry to cuss, but it's really important, you guys. It can't mess with you because your field is strong. That's why I'm so adamant about teaching this. I'm so tired of seeing people suffer. Oh my God, you imagine how tough it is when I walk out in the world and I see people and I can actually sense their auric field's weak, and I'm not coaching them, and I can't just like, hey, your auric field's weak, bro. You want to do some chakra clearing? Like, they'll think I'm nuts. They'll think I'm completely insane. Like, what? Chakras? What you talking about? My doctor didn't tell me about that. Right? So, my mentor who trained me years ago, Catherine Bird, amazing book, The Healer's Process. I always like to brag. She quoted me on the first page of her book. Odysseus, she quoted me on the first page of her book. Highly recommend this book, The Healer's Process. She said, know thyself so you can know what is not thyself. Know thyself so you can know what is not thyself. That's why we do inner work. So when you're around other people and you're picking up on weird energy, you know it's not yours. So a great question to ask yourself, is it mine? Okay, is it mine? Okay, so how to protect yourself from psychic attacks continued. How are we doing on time? Pretty good. We might go a little over past the hour, but it's all good. All right, so understanding our emotions is crucial to self-defense. If we are struggling emotionally, this makes us highly susceptible to attacks. Let me say it again. If we are struggling emotionally, it makes us highly susceptible to attacks because, just like those charts earlier, right? We're operating from a low vibrational frequency. It's okay to feel like a victim for a few months. It's okay to be sad, you guys, but you don't want to be stuck there. If you're stuck there, you become food for lower dimensional entities, okay? It's like, oh, I'm feeling this sadness. The key thing is that we talk about this in quantum psychology too. One of my favorite quotes, quantum psychology is not a spectator sport. It is not, my friends. If you really want to do this work, it's real work. And that's why people hire me as a coach. I teach them, they embody the stuff. Within a few months, boom, they are their own healer. And then they're healing all their friends and family. That's why we have this academy, you guys. We're taking our power back from the system, right? So if you're in that lower vibrational frequency, you are more susceptible to attacks. If we repress or suppress our emotions, this makes it challenging to utilize our instincts and intuition because our perception will be clouded. Our perception will be clouded. When I teach shadow work and we're working with the unconscious, sometimes you're kind of like in that space, you're working with the shadow because it's not very logical. You're in this deep feminine feeling space, which is really difficult for a lot of men and even women struggle. Like, oh, I got to feel that shame I've been suppressing for 20 years. Not always easy. Your unconscious mind will create brain fog to distract you. I had to go through this too when I was going through my healing process. Give me a 7 in the chat box if you've experienced brain fog in your healing process. Throw a 7 in the chat box. Have you ever experienced brain? It's one of the hardest parts. You're like, why isn't this working? Like, why isn't my brain working? You're like it's weird, right? When you're experiencing that brain fog. Now, this is huge. Like my dad just mentioned in the chat box, it already slid up. Your Jing, your Qi, and your Shen. This is like Eastern healing stuff. Next month we'll be getting into energetic healing. Okay, this is so important. I'm slowing down here. Please pay attention. Please, this is so good. These blocked emotions also lead to physical disease within the body from blocked life force or Qi, which may lead to a range of neuroses and mental health problems. An example, you're suppressing your anger, you're suppressing your guilt, you're suppressing your shame. You're wasting so much energy Oh my guys, you're wasting so much. It's like you're taking buckets of chi, life force energy, and you're like, I'm not gonna feel this. This is a lot of people, like a lot of like men that I work with. Women do it too, you guys, but so many men like, I'm gonna go out and make more money and keep working till I die. I'm wondering why I'm so sick. I wonder what's going on, right? And so they're taking buckets of life force energy, arguably the most valuable thing you have. You can have $1 billion, but if you run a life force, great $1 billion collection, right? Taking buckets of life force energy and just dumping it. I'm not gonna feel my emotions. So you're taking buckets of your energy. Here's another analogy I read from Dark Side of the Light Chasers by Debbie Ford. It's like when you don't feel your emotions, it's like you're carrying a watermelon around and you're wondering, why am I so tired, you guys? Like you're carrying this watermelon behind you. You don't want people to see it because it's your suppressed emotions. So you're carrying this big watermelon. You're like, ow, my back hurts. Like, oh, like, and you're like carrying it. And then like people are like, what's going on for you? Oh, I'm fine. And like you have all these health problems because you're dumping buckets of energy out. Oh my God, you guys, like I said, I can see this in people because I've been coaching and doing healing work for so long now. And like when I'm out in public, it's like, oh my God, can I please coach you and help you fix that? Like it's just, and there's nothing to fix, you guys. It's really integration. Nobody's broken. It's just integration. That's what this is all about. Now, the key is to maintain awareness. The first chapter of my own book is awareness. The last chapter of my book, it's awareness, but a higher state of awareness because you've shifted your energetic frequency or your emotional state. Now, the key is to maintain awareness and discernment around how your emotions are creating your reality from the unconscious. That is a piece of gold. Let's say it again. The key is to maintain awareness and discernment around how your emotions are creating your reality from your unconscious. This is where shadow work can be a very crucial tool in the healing process. I know I keep plugging it. It's actually on the next slide, I believe. So my book, Shadow Awakening, you guys, $20 online. It's free on Spotify. You can literally download it on Spotify for free if you have an account. Okay, so make the unconscious conscious. All right, this is a big part of, like, if you're suppressing emotions, you're like I'm not going to feel all these emotions. Like, okay, good, you're food for lower dimensional entities, right? Like this one lady says, I can't see the name, but oh my God, this is me. That's it, exhausted, carrying all the repressed emotion. The watermelon is a great illustration. It's a great analogy. My mouse can't move the screen. Thank you, whoever said that. That's a lot of people. Like literally the watermelon analogy. It's like, people are like sick, and like I said, I'm not against Western medicine completely, you guys. It's great in an emergency, it's great, but they're spending so much money on doctors and therapies and things, but they need to feel their emotions. You guys, you got to feel it to heal it. If you don't feel it, you're going to spend a lot of time and energy, and like you're going to project and hurt people that you love. And like, can we do the shadow work? Like I said, shadow work is soul work. It's embodying your soul. When you embody your soul, like you won't get sick. It's really that simple, you guys. Now, what shadow work does, it helps to integrate the repressed or suppressed emotional energy within us. That's why I published a book on it. I was like, what? I would really want to write a book. What's the most valuable thing I can write a book about? Shadow work, because it's soul work, right? It's working with the psyche meaning soul. And when we have disharmony with our emotions, this makes us easy prey for psychic attacks. When we have disharmony with our emotions, it makes us easy prey to psychic attacks. Like lower dimensional entities, like, oh, he's not going to feel that anger. Oh my God, I can't wait to feed on his root chakra. And then you're like, why are my hips out of alignment? Like, why am I having all these health problems? And you're going to all these different specialists, but none of it'll work until you feel the emotions, you guys, because it's low vibrational frequency. These emotions aren't good or bad, but you have to, instead of saying, I am angry, saying, I'm experiencing anger. And you're allowing it to move through you. That's a key point. Now, our energetic or auric field is our best defense, or it's our greatest weakness, you guys. It's our best defense or our greatest weakness. And as I mentioned, the audiobook is free on Spotify. My dad's a sound mixer, and we created this audiobook. It was really cool creating it with my father, and we launched it last year in November. It's on Spotify and Audible. Just look up Shadow Awakening. It's free. I'm trying to sell you free stuff. He's trying to sell me things. It's free. Oh my God, just go listen to it and then teach your friends how to teach shadow work. Like, you guys, like, I'm giving this stuff away because I'm so tired of people suffering. I do offer coaching as well, but like, let's just please teach more people how to do this. Like, literally, if enough people like awaken consciously, it'll shift the entire planet. Not my opinion. Like, literally, the quantum field, the more people do this work, like every one of you on this call, whether it's live or on Zoom, the work you do on yourself affects the entire field. That's why the people that rule the world, they're spending billions every day. Like, I don't watch much TV. When I do, I'm like, why are there so many pharmaceutical drug commercials? Oh, because those drugs are weakening our auric field. Bye, Jenna. Great to have you. All right. So we're almost done, by the way. A few slides to go. Now, Physical aspects of psychic attacks. We must bear in mind there is a great need in presuming that a psychic attack has been made. Psychic attacks are actually pretty rare. You have to rule out all possibilities before assuming. Yes, Annette, it's a ripple effect. Because like literally, guys, we're all connected in the quantum field. That's why like I could go out and probably make more money selling cars or yachts or something, but this will like literally heal the planet. And when I say heal, it's like when we're all balanced in our masculine and feminine energy. We'll all benefit from that. That's why I do these calls. It's like I'm so done seeing people suffer. Now, final key points. Bear with me, you guys. We're almost done here. This like I saved the best for last. I got a really cool tool that I'm going to share at the end. I want to remind myself of that. Okay, so often attacks may arise in a sleeping state. This is why purifying the room within you sleep is crucial. That's a really key point right there. So it's crucial to maintaining a sense of feeling safe within the body and getting proper rest to maintain a healthy vessel or physical body, right? A healthy vessel. Now, the greatest defense is physical, mental, and emotional health. Like years ago, I used to run gyms. I ran my own gym for 11 years and I opened a second gym. I used to run gyms. And I didn't know that I was actually preparing people for psychic attacks by helping them change their diet and helping them exercise and all this stuff. And then it took it to a whole different level with the shadow work and quantum healing. Now, the more mental stamina and strength one has, the greater their ability to overcome attacks. Let me say that again because it's so important. The more mental stamina and strength one has, the greater their ability to overcome attacks because your auric field is strong, your physical body is strong, you have emotional awareness. Literally, this world can't mess with you, right? This is where you really become empowered. That's the key here. We are empowering people to become their own healer. That's what the Alchemy Healing Academy is all about, you guys. That's why I love teaching this stuff. My favorite part about being a coach is seeing the light come back in somebody's eyes. Their soul comes back into their eyes by teaching them this wisdom. So, protection from psychic attacks. As I mentioned earlier, cleanliness is godliness. Cleanliness is godliness. So how do you defend yourself from psychic attacks? Keep your space clean. I cannot emphasize that enough. Keep your space clean. This includes your mind, your body, and your spirit. The space you live in, the people you surround yourself with. Like really, like you don't want any dirty doo-doo people around you. No dirty doo-doo people. Not good. Also, like one of the things that's said in this book, and I actually have a document in the school community. Guys, the school community, it's free. And I have 10 tips for helping you protect you from psychic attacks. So it's in there. It's free. You got to sign up, though. It's free. Okay? So the first thing it says, if you are psychically attacked, get in the shower. Get in the shower. He even said in this book that I thought was really interesting. I just started reading this. If you're, he tested this. Someone was dealing with a psychic attack. If you walk over a running water hose, the attack will stop. Right? If you're feeling weird energy, and I go into how to actually, in that document I just mentioned in the school community, which is free, you can actually recognize when you're experiencing an attack. Running water. Go out, jump in the ocean. If you're really feeling some weird stuff, go jump in the ocean because these energies can attack you. An Epsom salt bath is a great option too. Now, one of the most important things is ground yourself and stay connected to the earth. As I mentioned, go out into the ocean. I mean, it's just good to go out in the ocean in general. Now, make sure you're getting proper sleep. It also says in this book, you are seriously easy prey when you're tired or your body is not well rested. Super important. Also, as I mentioned earlier, be aware of when people, items, or places don't feel right. This is why the less drugs you take, like pharmaceuticals, like street drugs, alcohol, because your body is more attuned, you will know when things don't feel right. I remember years ago, like 10, 15 years ago, I was stoned out of my mind. I had such strong emotions. I didn't want to feel all of it, so I numbed myself, and I was far more susceptible. And as I said at the start of this presentation, I dealt with psychic attacks, and it nearly killed me. I'm really lucky to be alive. Now, your emotions are your connection to your instincts, so trust them. And the more you cultivate your auric field and your emotional strength and your nervous system, you will have better power. Concluding details. One more final check-in. You guys have fun today. Give me an 8. I don't think we've done the number 8 yet. Throw an 8 in the chat box. Have you guys had fun today? Thank you. This stuff's not easy to do, but I love doing it. You guys tell how excited I am doing this stuff. So it's like I've always thought to myself, like, what if we taught everybody this? We'd take our power back within a few days because people would know how powerful they are. We are royalty. We're all kings and queens with amnesia. All right. Concluding details, how to apply this wisdom. Be aware of what psychic attacks are and how they present themselves. Maintain a clean environment. As I mentioned, if you're taking notes, key note, cleanliness is godliness. Develop and strengthen your auric field which helps you tap into your intuition. And remember the word aura, AU, it's aura. AU is gold and Ra is light. So it's a golden light body. And if you need help, I have room for one session, 50% off. First person to message me will do a healing session for you. Okay? All right, learn how your emotions work. Apply shadow work, meditations, and grounding yourself so you are deeply connected to your body and your instincts. Another key point that wasn't so much in the presentation, but send healing energy back to anyone or thing that wishes you harm. They probably need it the most. Use compassion as your compass to guide you. Part of the word compassion is compass. So stay centered in your heart, as we talked about earlier with heart math and heart coherence. As I said, keynote, if you look at the word heart, the center is ear. Remember, you put both your ears together and they're the symbol of a heart. So listen to your heart, okay? The more you can do that, the stronger you're going to be. All right. So one more time, I just want to give a shout out. Then, like, this is all just my interpretation of this wisdom and this beautiful presentation that I made for you guys. But this comes from these 3 books: Psychic Self-Defense, Dion Fortune's Psychic Self-Defense as well, and also Awakened Empath. Okay, bing, bing, bing. I always want to give credit. This is my interpretation of this fantastic wisdom. And just to finish off, just a little station identification for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Please get involved with the Academy. I do one-on-one coaching. Like I said, I do chakra clearing sessions for people. I have a book that I published. We do retreats. This is the real deal. There's a lot of people doing coaching programs and whatnot, but this is the real deal. I've been doing it for coaching for over 20 years. We hosted a retreat in Santa Cruz, California last month, and it was awesome. We had 15 people out there. It was fantastic. I hosted a retreat last year. So we don't just talk about this stuff. It's not just an online community. We actually meet in person and do deep healing work, and that's where the real healing happens, in community, communication, and unity, bringing it all together, yin and yang. The more we come together, the more empowered we become. So you guys, I really appreciate you tuning in. Reminder, we're going to be promoting this like crazy. If you if you can help me promote, I'm going to be creating some stuff to promote. Next month is Chinese face reading. The 3rd Thursday is our big topic for each month. Chinese face reading. You can actually pre-diagnose disease before your doctor. I've literally, give you like short story. Over the summer, I went on a date with this lady, and she was a sex coach. Actually, it was a really interesting date. Her being a sex coach, but I told her, like, oh, I do Chinese face reading. She's like, okay, read my face. And I just looked at her, and like, because I'm not like an expert, but I've studied enough. I was like, you have problems with your kidneys. And she's like, what? Like, I just went to the doctor for my kidneys yesterday. I was like, bingo. So it'll improve your dating life, so you'll avoid women with bad kidneys. I'm joking. But but you literally can use it for dating, for business. There's certain marks and things on the face that tell you how to communicate with different people. And it's a really fascinating topic. So please tune in. It's free, you guys. All you gotta do is like care enough about wanting to heal yourself and save thousands of dollars on medical bills. So it's up to you. And maybe invite your friends. Like, don't you want to save money and like become a community and tribe again and come together? That's what this is all about. So thank you everybody for tuning in. We're running a little late, but any feedback or questions or comments, I'm just going to open the floor to anybody. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you learn something cool? Did I talk too fast? I'm trying to go through this pretty quickly. Jennifer, since you're on camera, you want to share? And peace out to anybody tuning in. I'm going to turn off the lives. Did you have fun, Jennifer?
I had a blast. I thought that was awesome information.
Cool, right?
Really, yes. Awesome information. And spiritual hygiene. I think that's where it's at.
For those who don't know Jennifer, we met last month at the retreat that we were at, and she's a psychotherapist out in Kentucky. And yeah, powerful wisdom, right? Don't you feel like everything we've taught you here, like you can apply it to your clients, apply it to yourself? I mean, like super powerful, right? Mm-hmm. Excellent. Thank you for tuning in, Jennifer. I appreciate it. We got to hang out this weekend. We're going to chat, right? Cool. I'll text you later. Anybody else? Final comment or thought, and then we'll do a short meditation to finish up. Anybody else? Annette, did you have fun since you just came on camera? Want to hit the unmute button?
Yeah, it was good. It was great. I really appreciate you. Yeah.
Thank you.
You know, it's like I have all these little bits of information and you kind of like help them all come together in a cohesive way. So I appreciate that.
That's the whole key here. Like I've
started the shadow work thing. So I'm personally experiencing that brain fog, that, yeah, just going through some stuff.
Yeah, and just reach out if you need any support. That's why we're doing this stuff. I'm doing these calls for free, and anybody wants to hop on like a call and just chat a little bit. Like, I love supporting people and whatnot, and that's why we have this community. Because 10 years ago, I felt really alone on my healing path, and so I just studied my ass off to like get out of my dark night of the soul, and then I started creating all these documents. There's actually this moment I was sitting in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I was reading a book on 5-element theory, which is part of our topic for March. And I was like, what if I had an academy and just started teaching this? And like, this wisdom was like blowing my mind. I was like, if everybody knew this, we could heal ourselves. And I was like, I was like, we need to get more people learning this stuff. And so I just started studying this stuff. My goal is to eventually get on stages and be speaking and teaching this stuff, because you can tell how much I love it. And thank you for
Yeah,
tuning in.
it's very contagious, your enthusiasm. So thank you.
Yeah, I'm really passionate, because like I said, like, nothing's going to change the world until we properly educate ourselves and empower ourselves and remember our power, right? So that's why we're all here. And I haven't planned
No ledge. I like that. No ledge.
Yeah, knowledge, right? You got to know the ledge, right? Stick your toes on the edge so you feel something, like you're on a cliff, and like that's when you feel who you really are. And I haven't planned a retreat for this new year yet, but anybody who's interested, let me know. I'm probably going to figure something out here in the next month, some kind of in-person thing where we can all come together. I do retreats where we actually do technology detox retreats, and we do deep shadow work and all kinds of fun stuff. So if you're any interested in that, please let me know. Closing out a few things. All right, let's do a short meditation. I want to get us out. We'll just do like a 10-minute meditation. We'll do some central channel breathing for about 10 minutes, and we'll get you guys out of here. I went a little over on time, so I want to respect everybody. But quick sip of my drink. You do not have to be on camera. We do have some new people on the call, so I'm going to explain the central channel breathing. So just briefly, as I mentioned, my mentor's book, The Healer's Process, if you go to the 6th page of her book, I'm only sharing this because we've got some new folks. The 6th page of her book talks about what's called the central channel. So we're going to go over just a fundamental practice called central channel breathing. That's why I showed you it's the first thing. If you're really working with a healer who knows what they're talking about, they will teach you about the central channel, or they probably don't know what they're talking about, because I had multiple mentors teach this to me. So central channel breathing, I'm going to explain this very simply. We're going to be inhaling into the belly, exhaling down into the earth. Inhaling from the earth into our belly, exhaling into the heavens. And we're just going to move energy up and down our central channel, up and down our central channel. So essentially it's like taking an energetic shower, and you're connecting with the heavens above and the earth below, and you're imagining you're bringing those energies down into your belly. Right here, it's called your hara, or it's called your jing. You're going to be charging up the space in your belly. Now this does two things to oversimplify it. You're bringing the energy out of your head. Men and a lot of you ladies, you're in your head too much, sorry, and that's masculine energy. So we train ourselves to drop that masculine energy in from our head down into our feminine jing, or what's known in Japanese as our hara, and holding it down in our belly. We can train ourselves when we're in a stressful situation. Boom, we can instantly drop our attention into that lower dantian. Dan means elixir field, so you're charging up this lower dantian. And the second thing that it does, and this is extremely powerful, remember we talked about earlier, subconscious mind and images. You will not age as quickly because you are training your consciousness to move from a linear consciousness based upon the past and future, and you train your subconscious mind to connect with the above and below, which shifts your orientation of time, and you will not age as quickly. Like, priceless. With that said, we're going to go here for about, let's say, 9 minutes of central channel breathing. I'm going to turn off my camera, and let's do it. So everybody take a nice big inhale into your belly. Exhale down into the earth. Inhale from the earth into your belly. Exhale into the heavens above. Inhale from the heavens into your belly. Exhale down into the earth. Inhale from the earth into your belly. Exhale into the heavens above. Inhale from the heavens into your belly. Exhale down into the earth. And just keep that rhythm going at your own pace. But imagine you're moving this energy up and down your central channel. As you inhale, imagine you're charging up that space deep within your belly. Imagine there's a treasure chest or a battery, and with each inhale, you're filling up that treasure chest. You're charging up that battery. You're bringing all the attention of your mind, forgetting your ego, and dropping down into that belly with each and every inhale. And just keep charging up that space with the inhales, and on the exhales, whether are down, or below, or above, imagine releasing any energies that do not serve you, any limiting beliefs, emotions, or stories that aren't serving your highest good. And just keep bringing your attention, charging up that lower dantian. Inhaling deeply, a nice long, slow exhale. And as you're working through these breaths, imagine as you're connecting with Mother Earth and Father Sky, you're cultivating this powerful yin and yang energy deep within your belly. Just keep charging up that space, one breath at a time, and just see how slow you can go in this space. Relaxing a little bit more with each and every breath. If any thoughts come up for you, just imagine they're like clouds in the sky. Just let them blow away with the wind, and just be as forgetful as you can possibly be. Forget who you are, forget all of your problems, just forget everything going on in the outer world, and keep bringing your attention back to that lower dantian space, charging up that battery, filling up that treasure chest, and just keep holding your attention in that space. As you're clearing out your central channel, you're also clearing out your chakras or your energetic body, as we talked about in today's presentation. And as you're working with those energies, clearing out those chakras, imagine you're bringing heaven and earth together within you now, allowing your body to be this beautiful bridge, tapping into this vast and limitless energetic field, and just feeling your body, feeling your mind surrender completely to your body. And just feel that power as you slow down your energetic field, slowing down your mind, and just continuing to release, maybe scanning your body a little bit and noticing any tension or tightness in any areas, and just surrendering those energies up to Father Sky or down to Mother Earth, and allowing those energies to heal you from within. Notice your nervous system becoming calmer. Tune into your heart for a few moments and just feel it opening up as well. But just feel your body fully surrendering into this present moment. Feeling this deep sense of pure presence and receptivity. And just keeping your attention in that lower dantian space just below the belly button. Shift your awareness to imagining there's this powerful magnet deep within your belly. And the magnetic energy is your receptive feminine energy. And imagine the health, the wealth, and relationships that you have always been worthy of being effortlessly attracted to you at this time. And just feel that deep receptive space, this loving space of awareness, and just hold your attention deep within that belly, charging it up, cultivating that life force energy, and strengthening this chi, holding your awareness deep within that belly space. Continuing to work with those energies, just feeling this abundance being effortlessly attracted to you in this state. And just continuing to work with that presence and moving that energy up and down that central channel, just clearing out those chakras, clearing out any energetic residue that doesn't serve you, And just keep working with those energies from above and below, tuning into the power and presence that you hold in this moment. And we'll do another minute or two. And as we complete this meditation, I'd like for you to work with this image of being like a tree and working with the wood element, also known as the quintessence. So imagine as you connect with the energies below that you're growing stronger roots and deeply grounding and connecting yourself to Mother Earth and just feeling her energy healing you from below. And as you exhale above, imagine these beautiful, strong branches extending up to Father Sky and bringing his beautiful, protective energy into that belly space. Imagine the trunk of this tree being your body, your energetic body, and completely surrender your ego into that image of being this beautiful tree. Feeling those branches growing stronger, feeling those roots growing stronger. And just keep breathing as deeply as you can. We'll do another minute or so. But just surrender as deeply as you can into this space for these last few breaths, this last minute. Maintaining that forgetful state. Just having fun being in this present moment. And just imagine being like a little child again. And you're pretending to be a tree. And just feeling those roots, much like your nervous system, becoming more calm and attuned with Mother Earth below. Those branches continuing to extend up into the sky, reaching to the heavens. And just keep working with those energies from above and below for just a few more breaths. And then we'll complete our meditation with a little bit of psychic surgery. Just imagine that your body is bathing within this beautiful pyramid of white light. 4 corners around you, the peak of the pyramid above you, and just imagine your body bathing within this beautiful white light. Completely surrender into that experience and allow that white light to purify your body, clearing out any other energetic residue that could be limiting you. And we'll do 1 minute of silence as you work with those energies and just completely surrender into that experience, allowing that pyramid of white light to purify you. Beautiful work tonight, everybody. I always say that the teachings are great, but it's really about that embodiment practice that we finish with the meditations. All the knowledge in the world doesn't change unless you embody the teachings. So thank you all so much. We meet every Thursday. Next week, we'll be getting into, we're actually going to do a specific meditation to teach you how to cultivate psychic energy. I almost was going to do it tonight, but it was too much. But definitely tune in next week, especially for that psychic energy meditation. For those of you that join the free school community, you will also get access to the recording. Like, I'm really trying to overwhelm you guys with value here. So definitely check out the school community. If you need access, please reach out. Love to get you involved there. But as I always say, the work you do on yourself is literally healing the entire planet. They're not telling you that on TV. I promise you that. So keep working on yourself. Keep doing the work. If you need any additional support, please reach out. I'm so honored to guide you, support you, and hold you accountable on your healing path. I love you. Thank you. And I'll see you next week. Peace.